Good morning or good afternoon, depending on when you're seeing this video or where you live where you're watching this. Today, I am doing something new. I am doing a book review for my school project. So this book is called The Crossover. It is a novel written by Kwame Alexander. Honestly, don't know how to pronounce that name. It's a Kwame. Kwame Alexander. It's a New York Times bestseller, and it's a poem-based book. It has only about 237 pages, and instead of chapters, it's random poems. I'll show you a page right now. It's a poem-based book. During your read, you will notice that it's not only one type of poem. There's actually multiple poems in the book. Poems called odes, poems called list poems, there's definition poems, and there's a few more, and there's some found material poems. Each one of those poems are different in their own way. The ode, and it's basically where the main character talks about something he's really passionate about, or he really likes, and he talks about what makes him like it, and why it's important to him. Then there's another poem called the list poem, and it's basically where the poet / the main character says all these things in a list. It's not like a grocery list. It's like a list. Says there's a list poem where he says what's going wrong in his life. He says about 15 different lines. It gives you a real background on the character and how he's feeling so you can understand him. Then we have a poem called a free verse, and it's where the poet just carries along the story so it keeps flowing. Now, to get into the book itself. Now, you guys should pick this book up. I read it in school because it's my class project. But if I were to recommend it, it's a pretty good book. I enjoyed it. But I'm about to say not exactly what happens in the book, but a summary of the book. So if you don't want to hear the summary, peace out. Have a good day. But this is the summary of the book. And I'm going to be reading it because I wrote it down and I'm not a good memorizer. The story is about a young boy named Josh who lives with his twin brother JB. I'm gonna be calling him Jordan and JB during the summary. And he also lives with his father and his mother. Him and his brother both play basketball and they're on the same team and they are inseparable. Once JB got a girlfriend named Alexis, also known as Miss Sweet Tea, things changed. JB and Alexis hung out more and more every day, and Josh had no one to talk to. Josh tells Dad about Jordan, JB, is getting distracted by Alexis and isn't the same anymore. Dad just tells Josh that he's growing up, and Josh is not ready to lose his brother. After this situation happens, they have a basketball game. And they're winning until the end. And the end, they're down about 2 or 3 points. They need a shot to win. JB tells Josh to pass the ball. The clock is counting down. 5, 4, 3, 2. Josh passes the ball, but since he's angry about JB not spending time with him anymore, he passes the ball a little bit too roughly. And what happens is, he hits JP in the face. Like, JB gets smacked in the face with the ball in his nose. And because of that, JB just stops talking to Josh. He just cuts him off for like another 100 pages. All Josh wants to do is apologize. But as I told you, JB just ignores him. Then, Josh isn't allowed to play in any more basketball games until later on in the season. And you wanna know why he isn't? Because, as I said, he lives with his mother and his father. And his mother is the principal of his school. Now, a little before all this happens, we, the readers, learn that Josh's dad used to be a famous basketball player because they went in his room and into his closet that he tells the boys not to go into. And because they go into it, they already know he was a famous basketball player. But they found out why he stopped playing ball. It was because he had an injury in his leg and he needed surgery to be able to play again. But Dad, he doesn't like the doctors. so he just doesn't take the surgery and basically ends his whole career. Dad also has a sickness that is exactly the same as his father's, which he actually passed away to because he came to the symptom. This is the climax, so if you don't want to know the big point in the book, just skip about however many seconds it says here, because I don't know right now. Josh and his dad are like talking, and dad basically, he threw up, and dad isn't really feeling well. So dad calms Josh down, says he's okay, he's not going to the doctors, and then tells Josh that he has a coaching. Mom hears this, and she walks in and tells him how he needs to go to the doctors, how he needs to rest, because she doesn't want him to pass away like his father. Now Josh is seeing that everybody is moving on without him. His dad's getting a new job. His brother is talking to a girlfriend. His friends on the basketball teams are getting girlfriends. They're playing on to the championship soon. He's not allowed to play. And this is where, in the beginning of the video, I told you about the list poem. He says the list poem about how everything's going wrong in his life. But before the list poem happens, the main reason he says it is because it's him and his dad and a few other people out at the gym. They're working out. They're playing some ball. And basically what happens is Josh loses the ball to dad, and dad tries to dunk, and he collapses on the floor. They call the ambulance. They go to the hospital. Dad isn't feeling so well, so he has to stay there a few more days. And basically, Josh is mad how he lost the ball and dad got hurt, and how he accidentally got mad and JB doesn't talk to him anymore. And he basically saying how like he just wishes things would go back to before all this happened. Josh's moms decide to let him play during their final game. If they win this game, they win the championships. Josh has to think about himself. Does he want to stay with his father while he's in the hospital? Does he want to go win this championship? And JB, even though he hasn't been talking to Josh, is thinking the same thing. What do you guys think will happen? What would Josh choose? Would JB ever talk to Josh again? Or is dad going to be okay? Don't forget to pick up this book. You could buy it on Amazon. You could probably find it at Barnes & Noble's. Just ask the one of the people who work there if they have a book called Crossover. But if I get 20 likes on this video, she has to give me an A. I'm going to ask her this after I post it. So guys, listen. Give me 20 likes so I could get an A+ on this what she call that project, this end of unit project. That'll help me really much. This is my book review. Peace.